going on, guys? ThatDudeSirraj, peace. How you hanging? Back out at the freshly cleared range here. Um, Been working for a while. Decided to get some shots in. Now, you guys know that I've been carrying the Kel-Tec PF9 for quite some time. Good firearm, comfortable with it. It's a good shooter. I think it's very reliable. I know some people love them, some people hate them. There may be some QC issues. If you got a good one, you got a good one. If you got a bad one, you probably knew it right away. Um, so uh, the thing is, like any firearm, there's always something that can be better. There's always something that can be improved on. So what we did here, we went with the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. This guy here, I'm sure all of you have read about him or seen him or maybe shot one, maybe own them. Got this one off of Sigman, one of the local guys here in Virginia. Shout out to you, by the way. Thanks for the firearm. Great condition. I mean, you couldn't even tell this thing was shot before, really. So out here getting first shots off. I've been carrying it. I mean, I still keep my PF9 with me because I know that's I'm not gonna carry a gun that I haven't shot yet. So I always got my PF9, but I wanted to kind of get a comparison in the weight and the feel because the M&P is a couple ounces. I think empty. The PF9 is about 13.7, something like that. And this guy is, I think, upper around 17, 18 or something like that. And I'll look that up and annotate down there as always. But this guy here, it weighs a little bit more when you put them both in your hand. I know this has a mag in it, but just for demonstration purposes, when you put them in your hand, I can definitely tell that the M&P 9 weighs more. When it's on my waist, not so much. Now, you guys got to remember, I'm 5'10", about 160 pounds. I'm a thin waist guy, so being able to conceal, like I said, I always look for the smallest footprint, so this way I'm not printing through my clothes. That hasn't changed. If you use the extended mag, because this does come with a 7-round and a 6-round, which I had in my pocket. I can dig that out. I'm sorry, a 7-round and an 8-round, not a 6-round. 7-round and an 8-round. The extended mag is the 8-round mag. So you can see it has that extension there. And it extends down. Of course, with a full mag, it's still breaking these guys in. Extends down a little bit more, and it gives you plenty of room for your pinky down there, as you can see. And I don't have huge mitts, but I don't have tiny hands either. Then it works perfectly. The PF9 was really borderline. They did have a pinky extension. I didn't really like shooting with it. I shot better without it, so I took it off both of the mags and I used it without. This one, with the extension, it feels great, and without the extension, it feels just as good. If I can find that magazine, it still gives me enough that I don't feel that I'm really losing a grip on the guns. You can see it's kind of half on there, but that's still a really tight grip. So in that regards, no problems there. I think they got the dimensions right for a medium size hand. Now, like I said, the biggest thing that I noticed is that carrying it, I did not feel the extra weight. With the extended magazine, it did print a little bit more. With the 7-round magazine, pretty much I got the same profile as I did with the PF9. And that was really big for me because, I mean, you get used to carrying the PF9. I mean, you forget that it's on you. I haven't necessarily forgot that it was on me, to the effect where it kind of disappears. It's just that light. But it's not uncomfortable. It doesn't feel like it's added weight or anything like that. So that aspect is really good. So that's the biggest thing. It still draws nicely. It comes out really great. The way that it's designed is there's enough grip there to really get it up, get it out, get on target with it. Just from doing mirror drills, I guess you could say. So we're just gonna take a couple shots. So I'm gonna have probably a lot more to say about this guy because there's things with the trigger, things with construction that I want to compare to the PF9 specifically. But we're just gonna get a couple initial shots. I got my steel out here, fresh white coat of paint on it. We're just gonna take a couple shots and see what we can hit. Eyes and ears as always. We're gonna start with the 7-round. I got the 7 and the 8-round extended. So we're gonna start off with the 7-round magazine. And we're gonna go for the right target. We're standing right at 10 yards. Nothing special, just slow fire. I think I'm shooting a little bit. Yeah, I think I might need to adjust my sights. Just over. Okay. Now this is still in the break-in period, of course. When I bought it from Sigman, he said it only had about 60 rounds through the pipe. So as you can see on that last round, the round went off, but it didn't lock back. But that could also be the rounds. I'm shooting Tula Brass Max, which is just Tula ammo, but it just comes in a brass casing. Now you can see those last couple shots I was able to get on target there. But I will say I did have to aim to the right to get those to come back center. So I'm gonna have to drift my sights a little bit, but I'm not gonna do that now. Let's switch over to the 8-round magazine, and let's see what we can do. I will say that the slide on the M&P 9 is easier to pull back than on the PF 9. And that time we did get the slide to lock back. So I'll keep an eye on that. Not the greatest groups. That's an 8-inch target down there. But I will say I am not the greatest pistol shooter, never was. I'm definitely more of a rifle guy. Okay guys, so that was the first initial shots. I'm gonna have to adjust the sights just a little bit to keep that center. But outside of that, I don't notice as much recoil. It definitely doesn't jump like the PF9 does, which is good. I did feel like I had to reset my grip after every shot. So yeah, man, it's like I said, I think that extra weight definitely helps with the recoil. The trigger is a lot shorter because on the PF9 it's a long trigger, and I'm gonna do a little bit more demonstration about that probably in one of the next videos where I really get into comparing these two. But I just want to get a better feel for it, get a couple more rounds down range with this guy. But outside of that, I like it. I like it. I'm a big M&P fan. You know, ever since I got the M&P 22, my sights have been on the M&P 9, which I would have had if I didn't buy so many shotguns. And you know, I've been trying to bag the M&P Shield. Finally got it, and I don't think it's going anywhere. I definitely think this is going to be my primary over the PF9. So if you guys got any questions or comments or something that you want me to specifically address, leave me some feedback, and I'll be back on the range soon to get more into this guy and a couple other firearms coming down the pipeline. So that's it. Be safe, happy shooting. ThatDudeSirraj. Peace.